UFC Oklahoma has just finished, and I'll be going through the entire card, starting with the early prelims. First fight of the night, Dion Barbosa versus Anna. Barbosa, easy win, round 1 sub. I personally had Barbosa winning anyway, but by decision, but I'm not surprised she got this submission. Barbosa grappling was a lot, and I could not handle it. She's a very one-dimensional fighter, like I said. She's got no takedown defense and no heart, really. I don't think she's cut out for the UFC. I think she should retire and then get cut from the UFC. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple. I mean, the fight started. I mean, Anna could not get close to Barbosa, and Barbosa just stayed distance, took her down, got the sub, a standing sub by the way too. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, moving on to the next fight. R.J. Harris, mythical fighter, the tank top new mythical fighter versus Alvin Hines. This fight was peak. Hines, he has no durability. I mean, coming off steroids, 34 too. I predicted this too. I did have a Harris by sub though. I got that wrong, but I mean, I predicted Harris to win, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, very clumsy striking for both of them, but I mean, Harris's power was too much for Hines, and he caught him with a right. The ref did take a while to stop the fight. It was like fucking Bobby Green all over again. Good performance from Harris. I don't think it'll be anything special. To be fair, I don't think they'll be ranked. No, okay, maybe he'll get like 15 to 10, but I don't think he's gonna be a champion or one of them. But good win for him. Hines should get cut. He's awful. The only reason he survived his last fight was because of the steroids, and look what happens to him when he doesn't have them. Absolutely destroyed. 1 minute and 40 seconds in. Great win for Harris. Moving on to the next fight. Alden Carrera versus Stuart Nickel. Alden won by decision. Pretty straightforward for Alden. He was very composed in round 1, and he did have that power difference that Stuart did not have. But Stuart did get a takedown. It was late in round 1, so round 1 was pretty simple and straightforward to be Carrera. I mean, yeah, and he trained with Joshua Van. He's very good. Round 2, I mean, Carrera does need to work on his takedown defense. His takedown defense was not great. I mean, he won the round because of the striking again. Stewart, he's an interesting one. I think he should get cut from the UFC, but his wrestling was not that bad. I mean, he's a good wrestler, of course, but I think his striking and his fight IQ is absolutely horrendous. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's been doing in his camp, but not tape watching, that's for sure. And then the final blow in round number 3, them body punches. Whoo! They absolutely destroyed Stewart. I mean, that was the difference maker in round number 3. One thing about Allen, though, this guy cannot lock subs to save his life. Yeah, he needs to work on his sub. I don't think he's going to be anything special, but, I mean, good win. He's still youngish. He's 28. I mean, he's got like 8 years left in his prime, so yeah, great fight. Next fight, Ezra Elliott versus Damian Anderson. And, oh, Ezra Elliott really absolutely dominated Damian Anderson. I mean, I predicted Anderson to win. I was wrong. I don't think Anderson's at this level of UFC. Elliott just wrestled him. He's got great wrestling, and he just controlled Anderson. Anderson didn't really do anything. Elliott was in no threat too. Anderson's take on defense was not great. And yeah, he was really explosive too, and his wrestling pressure style was absolutely great, and Anderson could not do anything. I mean, I think he should have more fights before coming into the UFC. It was late notice, but yeah, great performance from Elliott. I think he will be special. He looks like he looks the shit. Trains with Sean O'Malley too. I mean, you already know on the same card. I mean, Tommy won, and he also trains with Sean O'Malley. Next fight of the night: Levi Rodriguez Jr. Felipe Franco. Franco won round 2 TKO. I personally predicted Levi. The reason I went for Levi was because I thought round 1 Felipe would be heavy grapple focused, and I was right. Round 1 he did come out mixing the takedowns. It was very wild. It was a war round 1, but I mean Franco did steal it near the end by controlling them. I think if you look at the stats here, them takedowns again did secure the round for Felipe Franco. And then round 2 I thought Franco would slow down and then Levi with his power would KO him. I was wrong, obviously. Levi was awful on the ground. I mean, he definitely needs to work on that. Franco's wrestling was amazing, and he, jumped on top and got a stoppage. Levi was complaining about the stoppage. I'm sorry, but no. I mean, it was a great stoppage. He was moving around, but I mean, he wasn't doing anything. I mean, Franco, hit him with so many unanswered strikes. It was a good stoppage. He was protesting. Obviously, he's a fighter. He wants to go until he physically can't. But I think it was a good stoppage from the ref, and I think he could have caused some problems in light heavyweight. Obviously, he had a fight before against Pinto, but that was heavyweight, short notice. You know, I think he's a decent light heavyweight. I don't think he'll ever be a champion, but he's got potential to be outside the rankings, like a Randy Brown of a light heavyweight. Right outside the rankings. Maybe he gets ranked once or twice, 15, 14, but won't stay in there very long. For Levi, I don't think he's that good. I think he'll have two more fights in the UFC, win one, lose one, get cut, PFL fighter. Yeah, 100%. Next fight of the night. Jean Paul Lebesnossi Yanni. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. I'm not even gonna attempt his name. KO. I went for KO in this fight. I thought he was gonna control him, sit on top of him just like he done against Owen Elliott and Phil Rowe. But he didn't. Jean Paul was very, very good in this fight. He had a good head kick in round number one. He was mixing the grappling and striking well, which KO didn't really do that. I mean, KO did get up very well many times in the first round. He did obviously have the more powerful shots, and he did have a really big shot at the end of round number one. You look at the stats here. I did have round number one to KO. It was a close fight. I mean, on a different day, maybe it could have went for KO, but I do think it's a correct decision to have Jean Paul win. 29-28. I did score that. I think round two and three was obviously Jean Paul. I think in round two, KO did control on the top for a little bit, and he was patient. But I mean, Jean Paul obviously had the submission attempts, and he had very good takedowns, and he was a lot more active, as you can see. Well, the strikes have it similar, but I mean, mixing up with the subs and the takedowns, I think it was Jean Paul round number two, and then round number three. Close round though, very very close. I mean, look at the stats. I mean, he was tired. KO, you could tell in round number three, and he was a lot less active. I mean, he threw a jab on Jean Paul, then was inactive. He had to, throw a couple more hooks with it and be more active like Jean Paul was. He had a late burst of energy too at the end of the round, which I think just secured him with a takedown too. I mean, yeah, so great performance from Jean Paul. I think he can be something. He's a good fighter. So is KO too. I think he'll be back, and I think KO's a very good fighter. And yeah, actually not a bad fight. Great fight, low key. Moving on, Austin Bashi versus Jose Delgado. Oh my, that first round was absolutely amazing. I mean, Bashi caught him within 30 seconds of the round starting, and it was a flash knockdown, but Delgado obviously was hurt. But then in the same round, Delgado knocked down Bashi twice and hurt him very, very much. For Bashi, I think, this loss, I did predict him to win, but I mean, I don't know, he just was not his striking needs to be worked on, and Delgado's striking was absolutely amazing, and his takedown defense was absolutely good. Which I was surprised. In his last fight against Fiji, he got took down pretty easily. But I mean, Fiji's a good fighter. He's experienced. Bashi's not really experienced. He's young. Yes, he's had 15 fights, or 16 now, but he doesn't really have that experience like Fiji does at the top level. So I think that's what cost him today. I think you definitely have some potential. I think you either be a Charles Oliveira becomes really good, or becomes a I don't know. I can't think of one at the top of my head. So yeah, I think Bashi's got potential. Delgado on the other hand, very, very good. I mean, his one loss in the UFC, I think, is only to Nathaniel Wood, which is, yeah, and it was a close fight. Many people thought he won that fight. I obviously thought he lost that fight. I think Wood did do enough. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the flurry of punches that Delgado done was absolutely amazing. He looked top tier. In round three, though, Bashi nearly got him with the gilly, but it was not locked in enough. I think Bashi is just an experience thing with him. He showed heart, though. Great fight. Might have been fight of the night if it wasn't for this next fight I'm about to show you. Tommy McMillan versus Alberto Montez. Fight of the night. Tommy McMillan reminds me of a Max Holloway. Reminds me of a Nate Diaz. Great cardio. His output is absolutely amazing. He did get knocked down round one, but it was a flash knockdown. He was okay. His pressuring at the start of the fight was absolutely amazing. Montez should have wrestled but he didn't. He wanted to entertain a fan. But if he had that good fight IQ, he would mix in the wrestling. But even then, I don't think he would have done much because Tommy, was a state champion wrestling in Montana. So yeah, I think Tommy's just a better fighter overall. Montez, respect to him, he has heart. He did get tired in round number 3 though. Tommy didn't. I mean, he's got the Marab cardio. I think if he can be one of the top 5 fighters, win a belt, I don't think he will. I think he'll be top 10 though. He'll be massive. I mean, maybe like a Paddy level. I mean, he's a character, and that's what we need in the UFC. He actually broke the most significant strikes in a 3-round fight at featherweight. So I mean, that just shows, you know, what he has. And ultimately, Tommy, then body shots round 3 really hurt Alberto, and that's how we got the finish late round 3. Moving on, Richie versus Klein. Ooh, Klein absolutely destroyed Richie. I mean, listen, it was light work for Klein. Klein, definitely a future champion. Great takedown defense, had a great reversal in round 1, great entrances, fast, good on the feet. Richie just sat there and took it. She's not the best this year. All I gotta say about this, Klein's a future champion. Uh, she is the truth. Richie, get back to the PFL, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say. Next fight, I've been gooning too much this camp. Chase Hooper versus Mitch Ramirez. I did predict round 1 Chase Hooper submission, and guess what? I got it right. At the start, I was, nervous that Ramirez would catch him, but as soon as I went to the floor, I know this was over. I mean, Chase Hooper has great BJJ. The only thing that holds him back is his chin. But yeah, great performance. I think him having a child has really upped his confidence and his motivation to win fights. Yeah, I think Chase is not a bad fighter. He just has no chin. He did miss weight though. Some fighters don't have chins. I think Chase will never ever be a top fighter because in the lightweight division especially you need a chin. I mean he has top 5 jiu-jitsu in the lightweight division I think. Very very good and got the sub and looked good. But Mitch Ramirez obviously not the best fighter. 0-2 in the UFC, 0-3 if you count the contender series, but yet again that was Carlos Perez, so let's not count that. But yeah, I think Ramirez should get cut from the UFC. He's not obviously UFC quality. Chase Super, I think next another fight, uh, a little bit better quality than Ramirez. I don't know who he should fight. Maybe Fares Ziam. He's just lost to Tom Nolan. That would be a good fight. Interesting. Ziam could KO Hooper, or Hooper could get him down and sub him early. We need Hooper against these young fighters. I mean, these wins has been against old fighters in Jim Miller and all that. So he needs a young fighter win, and Ziam is a good fighter. Yes, he got controlled by Tom Nolan, so this is a perfect fight for him to show his improvements on the ground. I think we can get that in September. Chase Super wanted 4 months. So what is 4 months from now? Let me do the calculations. That is December, November. I think, perfect timing of Ziam. Maybe, put it on the France card. I mean, shit, give people the right money. I'm sure you'll fight in France. So I think it's a good fight. On to the next fight now. Jared Cannonier versus Christian Leroy Duncan. Duncan won this by decision. I had it 30-27 Duncan. Jared, I think it's time for him to retire. His chin was not the best. But also, Duncan was not the best. I mean, round 1, he was faster, obviously, being the younger fighter, and he is really athletic. He loved the knees and elbows in this fight. I mean, he hit the spinning elbows and landed it many, many times. And the spinning kicks too, he landed. Cannonier's grappling was very good. Round 1 to try to slow the pace down and get Christian tired, which in round 3 Christian did look very very tired. I wasn't really impressed by Duncan. I think anyone in the top 10 really beats him. I think if this was Duncan versus let's say Kai Boro, I think Kai Boro finishes him on the feet. Anthony Hernandez, I think Anthony Hernandez beats him. Brendan Allen, I think Brendan Allen beats him. I don't think Duncan is that good. I mean, you should be finishing Jericho. I know he's hard to finish, but he's 42 and he was there to be finished. Christian needs to work on his fight IQ especially and his cardio. I mean, if he was just patient, long range, he would have got that finish against Jared. But he wasn't. He was ruthless, wild, did not show that fight IQ which you need to be a champion in the sport. Decent performance and I don't think it'll be anything special, but okay win. Now on to the main event. DDP versus Kamaru Usman. This was a war. Usman, that first round and even second, I thought he was going to get finished. I mean, the first round DDP, He had a naughty right hand which hurt Usman, stumbled him. DDP looked amazing. I mean, his striking was absolutely impeccable. I mean, the power, the quickness on the striking, the precision, the timing was absolutely amazing. DDP, Usman was struggling with that southpaw stance. Round two as well, he was engaging too much. Usman, he should have step back, slow things down, and took it slow, but he didn't. He was obviously wanting to get his get back, and that affected him even more in round two because DDP hit a dirty knee to Usman's chin. I have no idea how Usman took that. I mean, his chin is absolutely amazing. It was right on the chin. I think if that's any other fighter, they're getting put to sleep. In round three, same story again, really. DDP using his knees, his precision, his timing. Usman did look better, but he was scared to shoot because DDP's straight punches was absolutely amazing. If you look at the stat, but this was Usman's best round by far. Um, he was more, composed, and DDP was starting to get tired a little bit. So yeah, I mean, he did use them knees still though. So that's and then in round number four, Usman was failing the takedowns. A left head kick late on did stumble Usman badly. I thought that was done, but Usman yet again showed why he was a champion for many, many years and got many defenses because he did not give up. He bit down on the gum shield and was refusing to give up and curl on the ball and just get defeated. I mean, like that, and refuses to get finished by DDP. I mean, yeah, Usman did land a big right hand in the last minute of the round, but yet again, it was too late. Same story in round number five. I mean, DDP was really tired. I mean, but Usman got told in his corner, by Whitman, you need a finish. And he looked surprised by that. And I have no idea how he looked surprised that he got told he needed a finish. He was arguably 4 rounds down. Best case scenario, he was 3 rounds down. It's like, I don't know what he was thinking that he did not need a finish because he obviously did. And he just was not good enough. I think this could have been Usman's best round. Instead of round three, DDP did hurt him in this round too with a left head kick. And he was forwarding. He's putting the pressure on Usman. He got told to go for it and he did not. He was not throwing enough in the fight. And when he did throw loads of punches and actually did go for it a little bit, there was 10 seconds left. He left it too late for Usman. And I think, Usman had an off night today. He had a really off night. I think maybe that was age, maybe it was DDP was too big. I think DDP, even if Usman did have a good night, I think DDP would have still won on the night because DDP, this is the best we've ever seen of him in the UFC. I think after that performance, I think he should get a fight with Sean Strickland, a rematch. Maybe Strickland fights Imanov first, and then we get DDP Strickland trilogy. Early 2027 if Strickland wins, of course. With Usman, I think he takes some time off. I think he should stay at welterweight, but I don't think he will. He'll probably will try still chase that double belt, but I don't think middleweight is for him. But if he stays at middleweight, someone who he could fight, maybe a Anthony Hernandez. That's more favorable for him. If he goes back down to welterweight, I really think he gets destroyed in welterweight. Maybe he gets I don't know who is there for him to fight. Maybe Shavkat's return. Usman fights next year, retirement fight. Hey, I think that's probably the best decision for Usman to retire in his next fight. Have a big send off. He deserves it. He's been a great champion over the years. He is 39. I think his time, at the top level is done. I think them off nights are going to be more and more consistent, and Usman, will show more off nights. But anyway, that has been it for the breakdown of UFC Oklahoma. Great card. My fight of the night, Tommy McMillan. My finish of the night, RJ Harris. And sub of the night, Chase Hooper. That is my awards for this card. Decent card, very, very good card. Next week we got Ankalaev and Bogdan. It looks good. Anyway, it's been your boy Locos2K, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.